Welcome to the Doubles Only Tennis Podcast, where you learn the best doubles lessons to improve your game and win more matches while getting to know some of the top doubles players and coaches on the planet. I'm your host, Will Bochek. This podcast, my weekly strategy newsletter, and my website all focus on the goal of better understanding the sport of doubles and helping players like you improve faster through actionable advice that you can use in your very next match. My goal is to provide the best doubles resources in the world. And to do that, I study, analyze, and work with players at every level of the game, all the way up to the ATP and WTA tours. If you enjoy this podcast, consider becoming a Tennis Tribe member to go even deeper and take your doubles IQ to the next level. Members get access to premium podcast episodes, weekly video lessons, monthly strategy webinars, courses, ebooks, gear discounts, and a lot more. Go to thetennistribe.com/memberships to see all the benefits and sign up. Here's today's episode. You're about to hear my conversation with Albano Olivetti. Albano is a French doubles player who is up to a career high of number 22 in the world. He just won a grass court tournament in Halle with his partner Theo Arribage, who together are number 7 in the race to the ATP finals. In this conversation, I talked to Albano about the serve. He is 6'8", so he has one of the biggest serves on tour, regardless of singles or doubles. And he actually has the second fastest recorded serve ever at 160 miles an hour. So I asked him about that. He shared some serve advice for people who are not close to 7 feet tall. I also asked him who's had the biggest influence on him as a doubles player, and he mentioned one of the better French doubles players of all time and how he's helped him with his return, actually, which Albano mentioned as a little bit of a weakness for him. I also asked him about his steady improvement since he committed to doubles a little bit after COVID. We talked about the differences between clay and grass and what he thinks he and Theo's best surface is. We also talked a lot about team chemistry. He and Theo have been able to stick together this year, whereas in years past, Albano has had to switch partners, and he talks a little bit about the benefits of being able to stay with a partner. I also discussed with him goals for the rest of the year and how to make doubles more popular. So this is a pretty short conversation, but one with a new guest. I have not had Albano on before, and you may not know a ton about him, but he is a fun player to watch with obviously a massive serve, and definitely is making some noise on the ATP Tour this year with 4 titles so far. So without further delay, enjoy this conversation with world number 22, Albano Olivetti. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Today we have Albano Olivetti on. Albano, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you doing this. I know players are so busy during tournaments, and it's hard for y'all to kind of squeeze things like this that are optional into your day. And you're coming off a title in Halle, which is awesome. Congratulations on that. And then you're in Mallorca now, getting ready for this tournament. So talk about last week on the grass with Theo winning that title. What worked so well for you last week?
We came on the grass with expectations. In our mind, we believe that we could do well on grass. We had the first tournament in s-Hertogenbosch, which was okay. We saw some point where we could do a little bit better. So we have a talk with Theo, and since the beginning in Halle, we felt very well on the court. Theo served better than the week before. He was really good on serve. I have a good feeling on my serve too. So this was the stronger thing. We fixed probably. We were really good on our serves. We didn't even lose so much points on serve, to be honest. And we also find a way to be dangerous in return, which is not easy on grass. Never easy to have a lot of breaks on grass, but we were doing well. I think we have a good quality, and we play well during the whole week, even during the the practice, we had always the good feeling, and yeah, it was a really good week, I have to say.
As you transition from clay to grass, you said you had that first tournament. I think you won one match and lost the second match.
Yeah.
And you said you kind of learned from that and maybe made some adjustments. Talk a little bit about what you can get into specifics on like what those adjustments were or like how you kind of transition from one surface to another. And why did you have expectations going into the grass season?
Yeah, for coming from clay to go on grass is totally different because on clay, like the bounce is much higher. And you come on grass, it's very, very low, especially for someone like me with my size. So I had to work a little bit on that thing, trying to be good when the ball is low, and the slice is getting much efficient on grass. So yeah, you have to change. You come from returning some kick serve to the slice, so it's very different. So always like the first practice, I have to say, is a little bit like weird. You have to find your rhythm, the sensation, the feeling, and then to adjust. So serve and return is even more important on grass, especially for the dabbers. And if you can be good on the net, like serve partner on all those things, is very, very important. And yeah, I mean, we had a good first win in s-Hertogenbosch, and then the second one we could do maybe better a few things. So it was good to have this tournament to try to use it and to do better. And then yeah, we have a good week in Halle. We have a good expectation because we have an aggressive game with Theo. We will like to go on the net. I like to use my serve because it's my big weapon, and we are good when we are both on the net. So we say, okay, if we can have most of the time this position, then it's not easy to beat us.
hmm I want to talk a little bit more about the serve. So you've got one of the biggest serves on tour. I was looking at your Wikipedia page earlier, and it talks about your second fastest serve ever,
Yeah.
160 miles an hour back in, I think it said 2014. Um, how did you do that? And then why is it on Wikipedia it said it's not recognized by the ATP. Why is that? Was it because of the tournament or something
Yeah,
else?
yeah, because it happens during a challenger, and all the
Okay.
records in a challenger are not good. And they
Uh,
if you do it on ATP, then it's okay. They count it. I
yeah.
had like the fastest French serve because I did it on during an ATP
Mm,
in Marseille. So this one was okay, but in Challenger it's like the serve on gross. It didn't count, so you have to do it on tour on the
uh,
the first stages.
oh, that's funny. 160 miles an hour though. That is super, super fast. What serve advice do you have for people who are not 6'8" or close to 7 feet tall? So maybe people who are of average height.
Yeah, of course, when you are tall, it's easier to have a big serve. Uh, but it depends the level you have, what you want to do. But when I see people serving, sometimes I will say it's not so complicated. But if you can care about your toss for the serve is important, because if you don't do it well, then it's not easy to serve. And then to use the legs, you have a good push over the legs. It's not so much for the power, but for the percentage of first serve. It could be a very good help. This is the two things I would say, but every serve is so different. So if I see the serve, I can say something more, but this is maybe the 2 points I can give as an advices.
Yeah, yeah, you kind of have to customize it for each kind of serving style, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, Another thing I saw is on your ATP profile, which probably needs to be updated because it said you have a goal to reach the top 100, which is you've done now.
I think it was in single when,
Oh,
but
okay.
that's why, yeah, because I did it like
So this was a while
maybe
ago.
15 years ago or 10 years for sure. So yeah, it was in single, the top 100, I think.
Okay, well, you've done it in doubles,
Exactly.
for a few years now. So, it also said you're a Miami Heat basketball fan. Why is that?
I was following much more the NBA before. I have to say, like
Uh,
when I was younger. Now I'm still following the results, and
oh, the
this
Wizard.
time I
Okay.
really like Miami. But now I'm not following so much. So it's not so much
Okay.
the case anymore. But still looking at the results.
That's so funny. About what time did you kind of decide to transition away from singles and focus on doubles? And then also, who's had the biggest influence on you as a doubles player?
I start to focus on the doubles right after the COVID. I was thinking about it even a little bit before, and when the restart, it was so complicated to try to play singles that I say, okay, maybe it's my time to try the doubles, because even when I was playing singles full on tour, I always had like some good results in the doubles. I always like to play it, so I always I did somewhere in my mind that maybe one day I can try to play full double, and that was the right time to do it, I think, and I think I did a good choice. And as the influence, I would say Nicolas Mahou from France, because he has some similarities with me. He has 100 on the juice side, 7 volley. So I always like I was taking a look when he was playing, and today he's even helping a little bit the French doubles players. So he has really good advices for me for my game.
Yeah, that's somebody great to learn from. He's had a fantastic career.
Yeah.
What is one piece of advice that he's given you that's kind of stuck with you that you can share with the listeners?
He helped me a lot about the return, because this is always the part I was trying to be better, because it was my weakness, I would say, return, even when I was playing singles. So since the beginning, I'm really working hard on the return part, and I feel today much better than in the past. And he's giving me some advices with the grip, because as I'm 100, then it's more difficult sometimes to have the good grip on your hand, because it's totally the opposite between the backhand and the forehand. And he's also like saying, okay, on this one, on this kind of serve, you can make maybe the lob line, or you can make the chip cross to make the guy play. So yeah, I'm really listening on what he's saying, because it works for me. So I'm still trying to involve on that part of the game, but I'm happy with what I'm doing right now.
Hmm. So since you transitioned to focus on doubles, in 2022, uh, you reached top 100, 2023 top 50, 2024 you had two ATP titles, and then this year you have four ATP titles and have reached the top 25. What do you attribute that steady progress to?
Yeah, last year was a little bit tough because I was injured at the beginning of the year for 10 months, and then I had to. My partner decided to split with me, so then it was complicated because I switched a lot. Um, and when I was playing well with it was with Yuki in the past 2 years ago, so Yuki Bombry, um, I was trying to have a good partner and a fixed partner in the past. So Yuki was
Hmm.
maybe the first person who, because we played for something like 8 months and we were doing good together, even maybe 10th. And we start with Theo last year at the end of the year, and we keep pushing together. So this is already something really important for a double player to have the same partner and to work together. Because sometime in the past I had the thing that when I was playing, for example, with one single player, I was switching the week after with someone, switching again. So even if you do something good, or if you want to work on something, if your partner is playing different way or something, it's so complicated to to keep the things going on the right way. But as a team, it's much more easier to work together and to adapt and to adjust and to be better as a team. So I think this is one point, and then you just try to be better everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to talk more about that. So you and Theo have obviously had a great year, have stuck together. Um, how important is that team chemistry? You just touched on it a little bit, but I imagine, with different partners, you're practicing with different people every week and you're working on kind of more personal stuff. But you and Theo this year, I imagine, are practicing together all of the time and you're able to work on things as a team. So how valuable do you think that is? And what's clicked so well for the two of you in terms of team chemistry and then leading to results?
Yeah, it's very valuable be together, to work together, of course. And I think we have different strengths. Theo is very good with the tactical part because he's in love with double. He's watching a lot of matches, a lot of video. He can spend so much time about it. So I have to say, on the tactical part, he's very good. So he comes usually with a plan for every match. So we can talk about it, and then we can have a good discussion about the match, which is, I think, which is important for the pre-match and for doubles. In the other part, I can help him a bit more about the technique party, like for his serve. When I saw him, I'm talking a lot about the serve for him. I'm trying to help him on that part of the game. Because in doubles, of course, if you have a big serve, it's really important. It's helping you a lot. So I think he's taking from me, I'm taking from him, which is important. And then I was for sure really good on serve. He's really, really good on the net, putting a lot of return in the courts. And then, so yeah, we try to adapt. I mean, we try to make him better on serve. I try to be better on return. And then the team is getting better. So this is how we do it, and this is how it's working for us, I think.
Yeah, it's working really well, obviously. Do you feel like grass is your best surface with because you mentioned earlier, obviously on clay, the ball's bouncing higher, which is probably good for you if you do ever hit any ground strokes or maybe for your return, since you're so tall. But then on grass, your serve is virtually unreturnable. So do you feel like grass is maybe your best surface or hard, or how do you feel?
Yeah, I think it's maybe too early to say something because we played 5 matches right now. So I think we need more. We will see in Mallorca. We will see next week in Wimbledon as well. But of course, I think it's probably one of our best chance to do something big. But I have to say, on clay, we had some good result too. We lost with match points 3 times in a row, which is a little bit unlucky there. So and we were close to beat some really good teams. I mean, we had match point to Helio Varapaten when they won Madrid. After Madrid is in altitude, so maybe it's a little bit different. But still, we were not. I mean, the level was still good on clay. We just need a few more points somewhere to have better result there. But on the grass, I mean, last week was, as I told you, like the match were really good quality, the training too. So let's see if we can push it like this week and next week, and then we will have a clear answer about that. But hopefully we can do something good in Wimbledon. Would be amazing for us.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a thing where it's like, y'all are dangerous on all the surfaces, right? On grass, it's the serve that makes you so dangerous. On clay, it's a little bit easier to return.
Yeah.
And then obviously you had some really good results this year on hard, including in Dallas, which is not too far from where I live. So I want to let you go and respect your time here. 2 more questions for you. Any goals that you have personally or you and Theo have as a team for the rest of the year?
But right now we have the Turin, the Masters
the
at the end. Yeah, I mean that's the target. Honestly, we are 7 now at the race as a team. So now we can say that we try to go there. Of course, Theo talked to me about it. He was thinking about it like very very early in the season. I say, okay, let's wait a little bit, like, because it's a long way. The full year is a long way. So, but if I have to mention one thing right now, I would say the Masters at the end of the year would be really good.
Yeah, you're certainly on a good pace for it, being 7th and having some good momentum here on the grass. So last question for you. How do you think we can make pro doubles more popular?
This is a good question. I mean, all the players, we are trying to figure it out. What is the possibility to do something? Because when I'm talking with people in general, usually they say that they like dabbers, they like to play it. But the consideration about the dabbers on the tour is not so high. Even I know the directors of the tournament, they don't like so much because they say like they are losing money with us or something, but which I don't really get, because I think we are still doing some matches. We are still like actors of the show, of the tournament. And sometimes I'm like in Halle, for example, we played before the singles final. It was full. We had a good crowd. We had a good atmosphere, and so it's a good question. I don't have the answer right now, because we are still like trying to think about it, how we could do something. Because I mean, doubles player, we are really open to do something to help us, like to promote more the doubles or something. But I think we will need the support and the help from ATP, which is not the feeling we have right now sometimes. So.
Yeah, I think adding the finals before the singles finals is a really good move. It seems to typically have a better crowd when they do that, and it acts kind of like as an appetizer for the singles matches. And the crowds can find out about doubles in that way, and like really kind of learn some of the players and enjoy some of the net play. But yeah, I think you're spot on there with the support from the tour as well. That's definitely required.
And this time we play Fonseca and Altmaier, and Fonseca is very famous. He has always support from everywhere. So so it was really good to do it like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it can help when you get some of the more popular players who happen to be singles players in there, and then maybe people find out about you or Theo and start to follow you as well. So, anyways, Albano, thank you so much for coming on. Best of luck this week in Mallorca.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Doubles Only Tennis Podcast. If you're interested in diving deeper into the world of doubles strategy, I've created Tennis Tribe memberships that allow me to bring you more podcast episodes, video lessons, webinars, and other doubles content on a weekly basis without relying on paid ads. The lessons inside the membership will help you better game plan with your partner, optimize your practices, and become the smartest player on the court. Go to thetennistribe.com/memberships to learn more and sign up. You can also join my free newsletter on our homepage, where I share a new doubles lesson every week. If you want to connect, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or contact me through our website. Thanks again for listening.